The 2025 New York Auto Show is underway. This is the 125th anniversary of the show. It's hard to believe they've been doing this that long, but it's that good. If you come out to the show this year, there are some real treats for you. A lot of vintage cars on display from those early days of the New York Auto Show, plus some global reveals and some concepts, things that we don't see at every auto show. In fact, things that you might not really ever get to see in person at all. And it's a really great year to discover EVs. If you're one of those who's been thinking about a Tesla or has a Tesla and would like to replace it with something else, there are great alternatives here from Kia, Hyundai, Volkswagen, Lucid, you name it, they are all here. We are at the Genesis exhibit at the New York Auto Show, and as they have the last several years, they came to play with two really incredible concept cars. The first one is called the Gran Equator, and this is the Genesis concept of what off-roading can truly be. It is big, it is bold, but it's all Genesis with that design language that's very iconic for the luxury brand. And inside, you have to peek into the windows because this is not open to the public, but it is one of the most lushly outfitted cars you'll ever see. All kinds of really cool futuristic details in what is a very retro-looking SUV. Probably the biggest news for Genesis, though, is the announcement that they are going into racing. In fact, they have set their sights on racing at Le Mans, and this is the car that's going to get them there. This is the Genesis Hypercar. It is super powered and it is born for the track. It is the kind of project that will produce technology that will trickle down to the street cars. They're going to get there by building world-class race cars and then racing them. Over the last few years, Genesis has proven that they are a luxury brand that's here to stay. Consistent presence at the auto show, bringing new cars every year, bringing new concepts, something a lot of brands don't do anymore. So if you don't get to see them at the New York Auto Show, you can sample everything at the Genesis house. Back this year is Camp Jeep, which is almost an amusement park-like off-road experience, or you can do the Bronco off-rodeo experience right along with a pro driver and find out just how capable these SUVs are. This is the 2026 Hyundai Palisade. It is the second generation of the Palisade, one of the most popular cars that Hyundai makes. This is a 3-row, 7-passenger SUV. For 2026, Hyundai has added 2 new trim levels to the Palisade family. This is the XRT behind us. It is designated and designed for off-roading. It has things like tow hooks and all-terrain tires and additional off-road modes. And then there's also a hybrid. The hybrid, in my opinion, is the most exciting one though. It has the largest engine and the most power, delivering 329 horsepower, but it's a hybrid, 34 mpg, so more power and better fuel economy. Also on the floor at the New York Auto Show are many of the cars that won awards at the World Car Awards this year, including the World Car Design of the Year, which is the Volkswagen ID Buzz, long favorite of so many, a car that we have covered, as well as the Kia EV3, which won World Car of the Year. The Porsche 911 Carrera was the World Performance Car. You also get to spend some time with brands that you might not even come across a dealer. Think Maserati, Ineos, the new off-road brand from the UK. Lucid is here, and there's a Lucid dealership in Manhattan, but there's not a Lucid dealership in every town. So it's a great opportunity to get inside the Gravity, get inside the Air, and see what Lucid is all about. This is the Lucid Gravity. It is not only one of the biggest stories of the New York Auto Show, but one of the biggest stories in the car business this year, period. The Lucid Gravity is a 3-row SUV, delivers 828 horsepower and a 450-mile driving range. Despite the sporty dynamics, this car is built for families. 120 cubic feet of cargo space behind the front seats. That's a lot. Actually, it's more than almost every other SUV on the road, except for like the Suburban and the Tahoe are slightly larger, but only slightly larger than this not so large SUV. One of the coolest things about the Lucid Gravity though, this is an American-made brand. It's designed in California. California, and it's built in Arizona. If you have a chance to drive into this purely classic American car that's all new, I highly recommend it. If you think that you've heard a lot of rumblings from Maserati lately, you are not wrong. The brand is really heating up the things that it's bringing to its customers, including the GT2 Stradale, what they call a barely street legal performance car. Over 600 horsepower, a price tag north of $312,000, only 914 will be built. It's so great to see Maserati active at the New York Auto Show. It's a brand that you don't always see at an auto show, and to be able to get close and really check out the details is a pretty special thing.
The car culture here is huge. It's interesting when you see and speak to the customers. They understand the product, they understand the price point, and they see that it's different and it's quite unique. I've been to lots of the European auto shows, some of the Chinese auto shows, but this is on another level. It's huge scale. I'm really proud for our brand to be here. It's really front and center as you come in. You almost can't move for seeing Grenadiers, because I think there's about 4 or 5 points with Grenadiers around. So I think as our introduction to the US, I think first big auto show, it's fantastic to be here.
The New York Auto Show is the king of them all. It's the largest auto show in North America. There are more cars on display, there are more test drives and more ride-alongs here than anywhere else. This is a great place to look at all the models that you're considering in the category that interests you, to test out new things that maybe you hadn't considered, and to get a complete rundown of the technology. That's really what you should do at an auto show, and the New York Auto Show is a great place to do it.